Naples Tower, this is helicopter 357 Lima Hotel requesting hover taxi to spot Charlie with Alpha.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Skunk Works. This is Rob, and I do believe this is video number 6 of our official beginner's guide to the E-FLITE Blade SR. And this particular video is going to be dealing with your Flybar weights and how you can change the responsiveness and handling of your SR helicopter. So to begin with, this is probably what you have right now. I'm going to move this into view. If your SR is still set up as it is from the factory, you will have on both sides of your flybar, your weights will look something like this. All right, you'll have your inside keeper or collet here, which is essentially holding your flybar in place within the control frame there. And then you have this middle weight here, and then you have your outer weight out here. And both sides are like that on the stock SR. And this setup, having this weight here and having this weight way out here, that's kind of one of the, so to speak, secrets or the methods, whatever, for why the SR, even being a CP collective pitch helicopter, is so stable right out of the box and has the docile head, is because of this particular weight right here in particular being so far out on the flybar. Now, once again, you know, all of these videos are pretty much aimed at beginners, so I'm assuming maybe you don't know a whole lot about this yet. When you have weights on your flybar, I mean, you could even have 2 weights out here, or 3. I mean, you wouldn't do that. That would be unpractical. But the whole point and purpose of having a weight, especially this far out on the flybar, is it gives the helicopter, it gives it more stability. So when it's in a hover, it's more stable. However, when you add more weight to your flybar, thereby more stability, what you are sacrificing is maneuverability and especially responsiveness. In other words, the helicopter, for any input that you give it, grab the controller, for any input that you give it on the stick, your cyclic here, it's going to react slower the more weight that you have on the flybar. So what you want to do is, if you've been flying your SR for some time now and you feel that you're comfortable with it, also part of the little show here is this is the 1.5 millimeter Allen wrench that comes with the Blade SR. It should have been in your little package in your box there. That will fit these set screws and these weights. Okay, so as I was saying, if you're pretty good with your SR now, you can hover pretty well. It's probably time to move on. And so what you'll want to do, I have the other side set up this way. And the first step that you can take is just simply to do this. The scenario that we have in this case here. So this is what I've done is I've simply taken the weight that was way out and I've moved it in, loosened the screw, moved it in, and then tightened it back up. So, all right, obviously this is a pretty simple process. You're just going to take your Allen wrench or your hex driver, whichever you happen to be using. You're going to go ahead and loosen up the set screw or the Allen screw. And then all you're going to do is take this thing. You might have to twist it a little bit at first and pull and twist. just going to move it up on the flybar. Move it so it's pretty much right up against that middle weight, and then go ahead and tighten it down. Okay. So we've got it tightened down there, and that's what you end up with. So now we have both sides looking like that. So now what this is going to do is, since you don't have so much weight on the outsides of your flybar will be able to move more quickly. Less weight, more responsiveness, it moves more quickly. And what I would suggest, well, I'll give you this analogy, example, what have you. Having the weights moved into this point here, your helicopter will more or less, roughly, it will respond. On your controller, as I'm sure you've already played with, you have two rates here. You have a dual rate mode, you have two rates, and when the switch is pulled forward, like so, you're in the low rate mode. When it's pushed back, you're in the high rate mode. Okay, so when you have your helicopter set up like this, what's going to happen is, even when you're on the low rate mode on your transmitter, it's going to act like it's in the high rate mode when these weights were all the way out here, okay? Roughly. It might even be a little bit more responsive than that, even in the low rate mode. Now, when you switch to the high rate mode with this setup, you're going to notice a difference. It's going to be a lot more responsive and a lot more quick. So just be aware of that. When you do this change, this modification, start out in the low rate mode first. Check it out, see how it feels, and then only then, once you see how that's responding, then go to the high rate mode. You're going to have quite a bit more responsiveness. Also, ultimately, if you want to get, I probably normally wouldn't suggest this in this beginner series, but I just want you to know about it. Ultimately, if you feel you're really getting good and really getting the hang of this and things are going along nicely, you can just remove both of these weights. You don't want to remove this. This is a keeper for the flybar itself within the control frame here. So you don't want to remove these inner ones here. But this one, these two outer ones, you can just remove them all together. You simply unscrew the screw here. You turn off your paddle, take the weights off, put your paddle back on, tighten up your screw again. Do that to both sides, and there you go. And you're going to have especially in the high rate mode, you can have a very, very responsive SR. But just for future reference, just so you know it. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's more or less just the instructional tip for this time to help you progress and help you move on, because if you're really staying with this sport and this hobby, that's where you want to go. That's going to be where you get to be a better pilot and ultimately move more towards your aerobatic and 3D type flight, what have you. So that'll probably be one of the next steps that you'll want to take along the line there. So until our next video, this is Rob from Helicopter Skunk Works, and until next time, take care.